Welcome to One Day Theory Test Pass, Hazard Perception and Commentary Drives. So immediately up ahead we've got a right hand bend in the road, we've got a double warning sign on the left, one vehicle just trying to emerge just there. That could have been a developing threat, as it caused me to potentially slow down for a second there. Now we've got a bridge here. Any large or box vehicles coming from the opposite direction would need to be driving in the centre of the road to avoid that arch. That would be a question on your theory test. Now we're coming into a 20 mile per hour zone. We've got a zebra crossing ahead, one pedestrian crossing. That will be a developing hazard. Now we've got a tractor on the approach. You see the yellow flashing light on that tractor. That's what any slow moving vehicles would have to display. And that also would be a question on your theory test. So what would a slow moving vehicle have to display? And that would be a yellow flashing light. Now we're exiting the 20 mile per hour zone. We've got one vehicle in the rear, we've got nice dry driving conditions. Long lines in the middle of the road, they represent hazard warning lines. So if the white lines in the middle of the road change from short lines to with long gaps to long lines with short gaps, you know you're on the approach to a hazard, and that could be a bend in the road, the traffic lights, a junction, a side road, anything like that. Still just the one vehicle in the rear. We've got a few oncoming vehicles. Now we've got a change up in speed coming from 30 to 40. We've currently got a solid white line in the middle of the road on our side of the road, which means that we cannot overtake at that point. There is one exception to that rule, and this would also be a question on your theory test. Under what circumstances could you overtake somebody when there's a solid white line in the road? And the answer to that will be any vehicle moving at 10 miles per hour or less. So that could be a cyclist, it could be a tractor or an agricultural machine, and then again only if it's safe to overtake. So now we've got to switch back down to 30 miles per hour. Got a warning on the left there for a staggered junction. Got a warning on the right for horse riders. So keeping an eye out on the junction, on the left and the right, for any vehicles approaching. It's all quiet right now. We've got a warning sign for a double bend and also a road narrowing. There's a further warning sign coming up for a turn off on the right, so we know to keep an eye out on the right for any vehicles emerging there. Again, we've got the solid white lines in the road. Now we've got to switch up in gear to 50 miles per hour. So we're out of the residential zone for a little while, so I'm going to end this little commentary drive just there. Hope that was useful. I think we did manage to cover a few theory test questions in there as well. Thanks, and listen out for future one day theory test pass, hazard and commentary drives.